Hello everyone and welcome to my second video on the MMMM Glitch application that I made in Unreal Engine Metasound. It's a standalone application for glitching and processing audio, so it's not a plugin, you have to use it as a standalone application. But if you're interested in testing it out, it's in a semi-open beta test phase. And you can just write me on one of the social media platforms where I'm active, or write me at KVR forums or IDM forums, or just comment here in the YouTube comment section, and we can get in contact with each other and I can send you a Discord invite where you can download it. Yeah, let's get into it. First of all, I added a new parameter here in the crossover section where you can adjust the filter steepness for the crossover splits. So the default is a 2-pole filter. You can switch it to 4-pole, 6-pole and 8-pole. You can hear very strong resonances from the filtering. So basically, if you want a cleaner sound, you probably want to stick to 2-pole or 4-pole filtering. But since it's a glitch application and very dirty anyway, I thought it makes sense to add the 6-pole and 4-pole filtering too. Let's change some of the crossover settings here. I can hear some very strong resonances here. Much softer with the 4-pole filtering and especially here the 2-pole filtering. Yeah, that's it for the new parameter, and let's get into the presets. As you can see, I've made quite a few presets. I stopped at 100. I thought maybe that's enough for now, but maybe I'll add a few more when I play around with it more and use it for glitching up stuff. But the basic workflow is usually you want to load in an audio track. Or maybe let's use this drum bass track. And hit record and then play around with the parameters and the various modules. So if you hit record, it's recording a file. If you hit stop, it's writing the file to disk. And here you can put in a file name. Normally it just uses MMMM underscore and a number. And yeah, you just record what you do with the glitching here while changing the parameters, and then you can use your recordings in your audio workstation. So let's start with the presets here. Repetition Chaos is using the Raptor-Lizer. This is a basic repeater type module. You can see the BPM here is at 172 because I made most of these presets especially the Raptor-Lizer presets, while working with drum bass tracks. And you can also switch on the random here. Usually it uses the numbers for all the steps here to determine the repetitions. If you switch on the random setting, it's multiplying these values with the random values, or it's randomly picking a value from here. And this leads to mostly to faster repetitions. Yeah, it's getting pretty chaotic with a repeater, but it can be nice for especially for using it for beats or also for vocals. The next preset, discretization, is using the discretizer here. It's a bit crusher with some filtering, bandpass filter with an LFO, and this crush parameter here is another wave shaper. And here you have a noise oscillator that's getting mixed in with some envelope following. Sense of space is using mostly the reverb and delay modules, some slight flanking action going on too. this is basically using some of the noise envelope following here and the Psycholizer with some downward pitch shifting to get to a nice whine sound. Army of Tiny Bots here is using the Granulizer. I really like the Granulizer here. I use it for many presets. There are 3 different grain lines with different settings, different time settings and so on. And yeah, also some Psycholizer action here with pitch shifting. Pretty similar the second Tiny Bots. It's using the second line of grain delays. The first one instead of the second one. Tin box here. Using mostly reverb, delay and flanger to get some kind of tinny sound. Modulationizer using the flanger and some of the multi-filter cross modulation action here with the 2 LFOs interacting with each other, and 2 tremolo settings here using very fast LFOs. Hard interference is using a combination of different glitch modules. Resonator using here the Psycholizer pitch shifting and some soft feedback here for the grain delays. And restart it. The cave system is using some reverb and delay action with higher feedback settings. Of course, you can adjust the timing of the delay and the feedback. Chaotic glitching, a little bit more interesting. Using the Dublizer and Triplizer and some of the grains. Dublizer and Triplizer are delay based with some LFO action. Same for the Megalomaniac, it's also using some Psycholizer here. Also a Dublizer and Triplizer. And a Raptilizer. So for all the presets using the Raptilizer here, you have to check if you use a full track or like using the track that sticks to a certain BPM, you probably want to use this BPM setting for the Raptilizer too. Basic bit brushing, probably self-explanatory. Evil Bites, using the Granulizer mostly. Same for the second preset. And Beetlejuice also using the Granulizer with some very heavy settings, but also a Discodizer and the other modules. Psycho grains as the name says. Granulizer and Psycholizer here mostly. And Alien Choir. Or also using that Psycholizer here for the... You can hear the pitch shifting here. Similar for the second one. Some kind of crying sound with vocal characteristics. Yeah, transmission error. Here mostly the frequency modulation in the oscillizer. Same for the second preset. And overcompression, probably self-explanatory. Some bit of bit crushing, but very heavy compressor settings here. Slouching is using Dublizer and Triplizer mostly, with a delay-based glitching. You can hear the LFO action for the delay times. Yeah, this is using the granulizer here. Let's restart it again. Ah, the try setting is off. This interference is a combination of multiple glitch modules. Resonance space, using here high feedback settings for the reverb. This is basically a high pass filter for the reverb tail. And I can also switch in the effects here for the reverb tail. Artificial Apocalypse is combining here dub-lizer, trip-lizer and some other glitch modules. Same for the robot uprising with much heavier settings. This is mostly based on the psycholizer here with a pitch shifting. Same for the second one. Different. And the heavy glitching, let's restart it again. It's using here the frequency modulation, the oscillizer, and some bit crushing, and delay-based glitching in the triplizer. Similar for the other two heavy glitching. Slightly different, dub-lizer is stronger here. Double Fun is mostly using the dub-lizer here. LF or Not is using some glitching here, but very prominently the multi-filter with some cross-modulated LFOs and also the flame shell here. And now we come to a lot of grain presets. Also using some delay here, but mostly the granulizer. Similar for these presets. Yeah, you can hear very strong randomized changes, and this very much depends on what sound material you use it on. And another granulizer heavy preset here. This is also based on the granulizer mostly, with very different settings and some pitch shifting here. And you can get very different tonal character if you increase the impact of the psycholizer. Symbolizer here, pitch shifting with the granulizer. This is mostly using the psycholizer with some slightly downward pitch shifting. Same for this one, I think. Yeah, this is using the bit crusher, as you can probably hear, some wave shaping, noise with envelope following, and also the multi-filter and wave shaper. Some heavy resonances here. Yeah, here's some granulizer action. Yeah, the diffuse, that's mostly from the diffuser. It's a crane-based diffuser. This is again combining trip-lizer, dub-lizer. Similar for this one. Maybe I should use a different track now. Maybe this one. Broken warp drive is also combining dub-lizer, trip-lizer and some a little bit of cyclizer mixed in. Similar for the second one with heavier cyclizer action. And third one too. Feedback using higher feedback settings. And I thought it has a like bird type character to it, especially the second one. Lost feedback. Here you can see Crane-O-Lizer in action again. Yeah, none of the other effects. This one is using strong flanging, delay, reverb, multi-filter, and here the bit crushing, the filtering, and some wave shaping from the discolizer. I call it insect attack, but I don't hear the characteristic insect type sound in this one. It depends a little bit on the source material that you use it on. You can make it more insect-like maybe if you use the Crane-O-Lizer here. Feedback squeaks based on the based on the trip-lizer is what you're hearing now. Very different from the other presets using the trip-lizer. It's just based on the time settings here mostly and the high feedback settings here. Similar for this one. Soft interference using a combination of moderate glitching and some wave shaping. And as the name says, stormy ocean of delays, mostly based on delay type effects. Here the main delay and here dub-lizer, also some cyclizer with downwards pitch shifting to give it some ocean or wind texture. Significant texture is using the discodizer mostly. Some flanging also going on. Similar here, you can hear the bit crushing here. There's some heavier sound crushing with the frequency modulation of the oscillator and the Crane-O-Lizer in action here. Yeah, that's basically it. You also have some Reptilizer mixed in, but pretty soft. Similar for this with heavier crane action. robot crowds here using the Cycleizer and some of the other glitch modules. Yeah, maybe you can hear why I called it the swarm. It has some insect swarm type qualities to it. Yeah, using the Cycleizer and here oscillation and discordizer. A little bit heavier here, the second swarm preset. Let's restart it. Yeah, I called it worst DJ ever because it reminded me of someone trying to mix together two vinyls. A little bit of scratching type effect going on. You can hear it a little bit better when the beat sets in. Let's check the second one. Yeah, here you can imagine someone adjusting one of the vinyls manually. Old recording is combining here the Treshchev. It's mostly just a Treshchev with some strange settings. This one is also mixing in the discordizer and some dublizer here. Beef Decker, as you can probably guess, is using higher feedback settings here for Granger and Cycleizer. Oscillation, yeah, some frequency modulation from the oscillator. Similar for the second one. Noisation, using here the noise envelope following. This track is extremely dense. I should probably load in a different track so I can hear it a little bit, maybe one of these. Yeah, because if the track is very dense, you don't hear the effect of the envelope following of the noise oscillator here very much. Now you can maybe hear it a little bit better. Similar here, with a different like tonal character. Here you can hear the delay-based glitching in action. No additional effects. As the name says, this is based on the Cycleizer. Only the Cycleizer active here. Same for the second one of this. And the third one is all the same. Bad Trip is combining some of the glitch modules here, as you can see, same for the second one. And here we come to the multi-filter based presets, using the cross modulation here with some bell type filtering. Same here with some stronger cross modulation and higher LFO frequencies. Similar here, but using the bandpass filter. comp is using the notch filtering. It's multiple notch filters, so kinda like the comp. All pass filtering. Yeah, here you can hear the cross modulation pretty strong. This is combining the multi-filter modulation with flanger and some additional effects. Same for the second one. Yeah, we combine all of the standard effects and some bit crushing here with the disco-lizer. Automatic grain down. Here we back to the glitch effects with the granulizer mostly. Same for the second setting, it's just a little bit faster. Slow modulation. Here we back at the multi-filter module with some flanger action. And also here the filter and bit crusher of the disco-lizer are active. Background repetitions using here the Raptorizer, but with very soft settings. Broken vinyl is using here some bit crushing, but also here the Raptorizer to give some vinyl with scratches type character. Similar for the broken CD. A little bit different, but very similar modules. Here we have a modulated repeater using the Raptorizer for some repetitions and the multi-filter all the way up. And the last one, LFOK, is using multi-filter flanger and here the triplizer and a little bit of cyclizer too. Yeah, that's it, basically. I think you could hear some of the very different types of effects that you can do with this application. Maybe you're interested in beta testing it. Send me a message, KBR forums, IDM forums, comment on YouTube, or write me at one of my social media profiles. And yeah, I hope you found it interesting, maybe funny a little bit. It's basically a glitch toy box. I called it MMMM Glitch-O-Lizer to underline that it's a creative effect for playing around with. It's not like a precision tool that can assist you in mastering or anything like that. It's just for playing around. Maybe if you do a remix and you need some glitching, or you're working on some crazy glitch heavy music, or you want to make variations of sound effects, I use it for that too in the context of game developing. It can be very nice. Just load in a sound effect, it's looping automatically, and you hit record and just play around with the effects, and you can get very crazy effects very fast. Yeah, that's it. See you next time, and thanks for listening. Bye bye.